Wanderers, welcome to the Wondering Dutchmen podcast, Season 2, Episode 32. Before we get into the episode, let's hear from our title sponsor.
New sponsor alert, St. Anthony Tire and Auto Center is a proud supporter of your Wondering Dutchman podcast. St. Anthony Tire and Auto Center is more than just tires and autos, though. For instance, let's talk trailers. From Homesteader to Heartland, they've got it all. Dump trailers, utility trailers, enclosed trailers, tilt trailers, and more. Need maintenance or repairs? Their service team has got you covered. Speaking of experience, their service team boasts multiple members with over 30 years of experience working on UTVs, ATVs, lawnmowers, and more. From routine maintenance to complex repair, they've got the skills to keep your machines running smoothly. And did we mention anything about vehicles yet? They also specialize in large-scale and auto repairs and services, from engine and transmission replacements to tire changes. Our mechanics are EFI certified and ready to tackle any challenge, not just tires and oil changes, my friend. So what are you waiting for? Call 812-326-2550 to schedule an appointment or learn more about what we can provide for you. Visit them at 3991 East State Road 64, St. Anthony, Indiana, 47575. Look for the historic white brick building just off of the highway. They're proud to be a veteran-owned small business serving our community with top-quality products and exceptional service. Stop by and see them today and tell them the Dutchman sent you.
The Wondering Dutchmen podcast, where none of us are Dutch, but we all live in Holland, Indiana. Join us where we talk about what we all wonder about. This is the Wondering Dutchman podcast coming to you from a very interesting Smoker's Lounge.
The Wondering Dutchman! Yeah! The Wondering Dutchman!
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Here we go.
Welcome to the Wondering Dutchman podcast, Season 2, Episode 32, coming to you from Smoker's Lounge.
Here we are.
As we roll through the room with some brief introductions, sitting across the way, supporting the Courage for Courtney armbands as our girl does her battle there. Shout out to Rusty and Courtney with the mustache and the hair a little bit frazzled up top up front there. Our buddy Big Mace.
Hola.
Sitting in the middle with the rose-colored glasses, looking at the world through a lens of turquoise jewelry. Our buddy David Allen Smoker. Your unofficial host here, Casey. And in the room, we got some people to introduce. Neighbor Doug has stopped in on the couch. We got Couch Guy. And then our buddy down the road, neighbor, friend, Mr. Justin Love.
There he is. We got a whole house full.
Yeah, they stopped by. They stopped by for a little bit.
Yeah.
Lights are on.
The lights are on, and to keep those lights on, Smoke Dragon, we got to do another ad.
September is National Life Insurance Month. But you know what? You don't have to wait until September to talk to our buddy Matt Krieg of Krieg Insurance. Life insurance can be a tough topic. How much do you need? How much does it cost? What are the right plans for me? All great questions, and Matt Krieg can answer all of them. Give Matt a call today.
Here we go. Let's jump into it. Big Mace, how's your week been?
Oh, my God, man. I think I said it earlier when we were first starting that I had a mean case of the effets.
Oh, I said that first thing this morning at work.
Yeah, I've been in a funk. Like I said the other day, I've been having a real bad case of the fats again. You know what I mean? Like just my knees hurt, my ankles hurt, my legs. I got like a.
What about your face?
My face hurts.
It's killing me.
My ass cheek, my left ass cheek, like I guess it's your remember those pigeon stretches we used to do?
Yeah, still do them.
I think I need to get into them again. Maybe
What's a pigeon stretch?
Some foam.
So you kind of
wanna show us?
Don't do it. No, don't do it. The table's
He's
going
going
to
to
break.
show us.
Do you want me?
No.
Yeah, let's see it.
Well, now you're going to
Oh, he'll be out of frame.
And the
fine.
camera's just zoomed straight in on your sack.
Oh,
Here comes the table. Crunch.
pigeon stretch.
Yeah, they're not good.
Seems like a good way to tear your tank.
Yeah. Well, that's enough. Sit down. Don't break the table. But no, I just got a real. I don't know. It's been tough.
A
We've
real
been
pain in your ass.
Yeah, literally.
Is it the kids?
No, we've been.
Is it the warden?
We've been working pretty hard here lately. Believe that or not.
Working on a chain gang.
Lots
going down.
of sidewalk improvements and stuff like that. Just I've been.
How many
This is
people you reckon walk them sidewalks?
a lot.
You think?
Mm-hmm. Do you not?
No, I don't see people walking on them very often.
Well, you don't go through there when people walk.
I go through there early in the morning, granted.
Yeah, 5 o'clock.
But then some days I go through at 11 or 12 in the afternoon.
Yeah,
and
not
2
very
in the
many people do
afternoon.
that. There's mostly people work at that time of day.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe about
When's walking time?
6 o'clock, 7 in the summertime. Well, and when it's real hot, later, about 9 or so. Not when
Okay.
you go through there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
it's
not a
fine.
good-
That's good if everybody's healthy. I just
Yeah. Well, the walking paths, it's heavily trafficked after work, in the evening time.
wonder how you go about getting funding for paths, because I think we use a cart path around here. We could walk
Tax
Cart.
dollars.
Cart path,
Tax
yeah.
dollars.
We pay taxes in the hood here.
yeah,
All
tax
sorts of
dollars.
taxes. You should see my property
Whoa.
taxes.
Hood tax.
Has that been on?
the monster light?
It just turns on.
Comes on and off.
Don't you worry about that light.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Remember earlier when we said
We're going to
that
record
the
a house.
lounge was,
We're gonna,
the lounge was going to burn down?
yeah.
We never said any such thing.
Well, I mean,
You said it. Everything's up to code, up to snuff, and good to go.
yeah,
Yeah.
we're right.
It's okay.
But no, other than that, I've been really getting after it here lately. Baseball is in full swing. Both girls
Hey,
playing
Max
softball.
is looking good both games this week.
That's bullshit.
No, I think he
he
did.
played like absolute dog shit today.
Uh-oh.
I only saw him. I saw him on first.
He
did
gave
good
up
on
5
first.
runs. He gave up 5
Well,
runs.
God
tonight.
dang! There's 6th or 7th. They're whatever grade they are.
He's in 5th grade, and he's
fifth and 6th.
Yeah, we
5th and 6th.
spent a lot of money on that boy schooling them pitching lessons there this fall,
Oh,
and it
hell
didn't.
You didn't buy enough drip.
Yeah, didn't show. Well, you can't have drip when you're pitching. You gotta.
That's true. Weston
He had
to
the
pick
old
his,
Weston had his old Cat Williams black man.
the old Jerry
do-rag.
curl rag.
Jerry
there.
curl rag. Yeah, that son bitch was Cobra Kai hanging
I
about
mean, that
9
SOB
feet out of his
halfway
back.
down his back.
Is there a reason for it?
No, he's a drip queen.
He wears it to indoor practices with his sunglasses.
Yeah, indoor practices with a
Can't wait till
headband.
he gets up to,
I know it.
because I'm going to ruin it.
I know it. I told him too. I said I ride him like a mule, and I hope he does. He say that?
No.
Good. I'm trying to learn him how to be a catcher. He hates catching.
He has said that.
Yeah, he hates catching, but I'm gonna learn him how to be a catcher because he's good. He does really good at it. He's
He
naturally.
just told me how good that other boy did first.
well,
He's
And I
a
was
big
like,
team
well,
guy
I don't
when it
know
comes to
about
somebody
that.
else catching.
well, that other kid needs to be where he's at.
Yeah,
And Weston, he's a damn good catcher. He's very athletic, and
Yeah.
we're working on
It's
pop
the
time.
rag.
We're working on pop times, which he's terrible at that, but we'll get there.
In due time.
They're learning.
But other than that, I mean, just running and gunning. I don't really know. Yeah, I don't even know which way. I fell asleep in the chair the other night and slept all night long in the recliner. No CPAP. Phone was dead. Damn near didn't get up for work. It was just, I'm tired, boss. Real
Yeah.
tired.
It's not even dog days of summer yet,
Well,
so
I
I'm
know.
I'm worried about
Yeah.
it.
I don't
ain't
know, but
chafing
see,
season.
summer is a lighter load for us. If you think about it, this right now is when we're running like chickens with our heads cut off.
yeah, baseball season is one.
Because you got 3 kids doing 3 different things.
You mean I was
Yeah.
thinking of the work side
no
of the city of
negatory?
Huntingburg.
No. We work accordingly. You know what I mean? But like, you get accustomed to it.
Yeah.
But like, I'm talking, the twins are both in track.
Uh-huh.
They're both playing baseball and softball.
Mhm.
Eleanor's playing softball.
Mm-hmm.
Evelyn's doing girls on the run.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just bang bang one thing after another.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just a wild deal.
Smoke Dragon, what about you? What's been going on?
Well, I've been upset at myself.
Buddy, I feel like you've done a lot of self-reflection recently.
It's
in
been the
couple
last
weeks.
2 years. That's what. So my hippie lifestyle was a lot of introspection and deciding how insignificant I am in the big picture and the big scheme. And it's really made my life better. But what specifically I'm pissed off about is for the last almost decade, I've been having this plan. I'm a planner. I like to have a plan
Oh boy, you are.
We know
because
yeah.
I'm very much like I'm a work hard and play harder guy.
Yeah, but
So
you
when
got to have a
play
plan.
that hard, you got to be prepared for that amount of.
You
Yeah.
really got paired with the two worst when it comes to planning.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a wild deal. But so I've been throwing. I've been
Really dodged
building-
that one, didn't
Yeah.
I've been working on this retirement
Business.
business strategy for a decade. Okay, nearly
For
a decade.
Business.
Like a particular strategy with the full intent of moving funds from a 401k into another place as an in-service transfer, they call it there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Precious metals.
No, well, we don't got to
we're not
get into
gonna
that.
get into that,
We don't
okay.
got to get into that. We just got to get into, I thought that I was going to put like the actual monies in this thing and then give it until a certain line in the sand. And then I'm going to move some of that to this other thing. And then that's going to be my diversification plan to get me. Anyway, we're getting into the weeds. So I call the daggum insurance, or not the insurance company, the retirement company. And
Okay.
I'm like, hey there, feller. And he's like, what can I do for you? But he didn't say that. He said it in his own dialect. And I was like, well, here's the deal.
Like one of his accents that he does sometimes in portray.
Yep.
Like you called Bangladesh and not who you
Yep,
thought you
yep,
called.
yep.
Okay.
Oh.
And this is actually critical to the story. So I'm
Hello,
talking-
David.
that's it. His name was Chuck, I think.
Yeah, it was. Is that short for Charlie?
So anyway, I'm talking to Chuck, and he.
What can I do for you today?
That's it.
My good buddy David.
So I says to Chuck, Chuck, I need to take some of this here money in my account, and I need to take it and do an in-service rollover to another IRA. And he was like, he says to me, well, let me look in to see if I can do that.
If you knew what he was going to say.
I can't. I don't have the script.
So
Yeah.
Chuck's looking into it for me. And Chuck tells me that, well, you're not allowed to do that with your plan. And I'm like, well, is that a my plan problem or is that like a federal government legality problem? He was like, oh, no, buddy Dave. This is specific to your plan. And I said, well, who made those rules, Chuck?
Oh boy.
And he says, well, this would be your employer.
Uh-huh.
So I'm in a fit of rage.
Yeah.
Because here I've been having all this fundage put back, and it's mine, but it's not mine.
Yeah.
So
Not until you're
I
59.
get a little
and half.
fired up. I get a little fired up because Chuck is telling me that it's an employer thing.
Uh-huh.
So then I get talking to a financial advisor guy, and he's like, no, buddy Dave. And this guy speaks the same dialect I do. He's like, that's just the way the federal government works.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, I cooled my jets on that from thinking that I'd been
Which
robbed.
really doesn't help you with your disdain for the federal
No,
government.
and that's the problem because they make this place to where you got to work and they charge the taxes and the property taxes go up all the time. And then they put taxes so they can build new swimming pools. And then they put taxes in for schools and the roads aren't good. Sidewalks are looking great. The schools, they need apparently tons of money because you got to pay to play sports. But, and all this other jazz and then the taxes. And so the federal government says, hey, we're going to let you put some money away for your retirement. Now you're not allowed to pick when you retire. That's for us to decide when we've got our time out of you right before it starts costing us money.
Well, no, that's not necessarily true.
Oh, Department of Labor, that's what they do there.
59 and a half, you can go.
Yeah, absolutely. And who picked that number?
Well, yeah.
The government.
The
Now-
actuarial scientists that
That said that's a good working age.
The
and
government.
some of them die and some of them don't. And so then you put all this money in there, and then you got rules where you can put this money. And if I was to quit my job, I can take this money and put it in another account. And that's not a problem. I can do that.
Yeah,
No
that's what I
penalty,
did.
No fee. But if I'm still working the job
Mm-hmm.
and I'm just trying to better myself and get me in a better position to maybe be able to retire a little earlier.
Yeah.
The old federal government says, whoa there, big fella.
Mm.
We're going to have to charge you 10%, and then we're going to have to put a tax hold on everything for whatever that tax bracket may be, just to be sure you're not trying to swindle us. Now, this is a government. King of the ass pounding.
What is it?
Real Class A air dicker.
Tax avoidance is a national pastime. Tax evasion's a crime.
Yep. So it just had me all fired up because I start thinking about how all this works, and then Medicare, Medicaid, all the other things that go on, the taxes you pay into, the Social Security, which is a whole other ass thing. You can't even live
That's a
as an
fairy tale.
American without
It's a fairy tale.
a government issued ID. But I'm pretty sure I'm here.
Mm-hmm.
You're here, buddy.
Like I'm sitting. I'm not a figment of my own imagination.
Hey, actually, you want to know something? This is a real life story. In my former life, in a county in which I practice in, it was a CHINS case, Child in Need of Services.
Mm-hmm.
The father in this case, according to the U.S. military, was deceased. Because one of the things that happened was his military benefits got cut off. They said that some bitch was dead. It took him almost a year and a half to get undead. Like
I would
saw
be
it in
doing some real illegal shit to get ahead in the world if the federal government would not acknowledge me as a living person.
Well, it wasn't
I would rob at least 3 banks.
It was the military side of it. The military said he was it was just the military. Everybody else agreed,
Okay.
but to get all of it, but this guy was a
I would
U.S. Army
rob the
veteran.
military.
Yeah, there you go.
I'd
They
steal
thought
an
he was dead.
aeroplane.
An
Dead guys
aeroplane.
can't steal stuff.
Really getting couch guy fired up.
Yeah,
I like it. Anyway, that's just been my bitch. I've been feeling real
Bitchy. Crotchety.
well, not even
Get
that.
off my lawn.
Like just in a funk because I feel like they made
Yeah.
it hard for you to get. You can't get ahead.
No,
no.
It's. I used to be like, yeah, America, home of the free, but it's really home of the illusion of the free.
well, it's a dream. They sell you a dream, Dave.
No, they don't even sell you a dream.
Well,
Requiem.
They
for
sell
a
you.
Dream.
They
You ever watch
sell
that
you a
movie?
cage with invisible bars. That's what they do.
oh, cage with invisible
Boy.
bars.
Mhm.
I mean,
You can't use cages
yeah, they frown upon that.
like for kids and things.
But
Yeah.
you can use them for Americans.
Well, kids are Americans. Not all kids are Americans, but
Those kids are in cages. Government knows it.
yeah. Well, I mean, we got to
Grief.
be doing something right if everybody wants to come here.
What you been
Just a
up
little
to?
Good illusion.
Nothing.
So,
No,
back to you, Dave.
Defer my time to the gentleman in the middle. No, I had nothing too much. We really can't say that there's been much going on. Just busy with baseball.
That's complete and utter bullshit.
do you
You're
mean?
busy all the time. You're coaching baseball. You got 3 kids. You're mowing
Yeah.
grass at midnight again. You got the spaceship fired up. I mean,
I did. I mowed late a couple times this past week.
It's been a little chilly for that this week.
Oh, you
God
get
damn, Dave. How come we didn't talk about our bro date last weekend? David had to come over and help me. Gosh dang it. This is a good topic. We're going to go into it. You ready for this?
yeah. Go ahead, buddy.
David really, he really helped me work through some things.
Well, that's good.
Last Saturday.
Yeah.
Wasn't it Saturday? Yeah. Last Saturday morning, afternoon when he came over. The boys had baseball practice early. Took them both in there to baseball. Dropped them off.
Okay.
Went to Merkley's.
Yep.
Seen our buddy.
Oh, there's sales ad this week.
Yeah.
Unreal.
Seen Greenwell, John Boy, Bradley, Jen, the couple of
The whole crew.
the Rugrats were over in the office hanging
Hell
out.
yeah.
Bought a brisket.
Ooh.
Brought that home. Failed pretty hard on it. We can get to that in a minute. But
Okay.
Dave asked, "What are you doing?" I'm going to try to clean my garage out.
I saw a little bit of that. Yeah.
Yeah. And he said, "Well, what do you mean?" I said, "Well, I got a bunch of Wild Bill stuff that was still laying around.
Did you find him a bunch of turquoise?
No, tools and whatnot.
Oh,
that
the
Wild
tool
Bill
stuff
had.
out there. Yeah.
So then Dave come over and he said, the hardest part of this whole deal is getting started. And I really couldn't. Like, I was so overwhelmed with it because I have about, I don't know, if you wanted to come rob my house. I mean, if you're looking for a 9/16 socket or a screwdriver of sort.
Plenty of screwdrivers.
I've got about
5-gallon buckets of screwdrivers.
Yes, like I am screwdriver rich. I'll just say that.
Okay.
But I just had a really bad problem with hoarding things and like being able to unattach myself from things. And Dave really helped me work myself.
I'm not
through
attached to his shit at all.
No.
So I just threw it away.
Yeah. So so basically what he just said, he's not attached to my shit at all. So he just started chucking away. He'd pull something out of the drawer. You ever going to use this? I said, no. Okay. Throw it in the trash. You ever going to use that? No. Okay. Throw it in the trash. By that time.
I kind of felt bad about it all week. Like, God dang, what if that was like.
Yeah, that's a sentimental screwdriver there. But, it's like by the time we got done, you physically couldn't lift the trash can because of the amount of shit that was in it. But
lots of stuff.
yeah, we ended up doing that for a while, and then we split ways and went out to I don't know what the hell we did anyway, but that was all I wanted to talk about. Yeah. Have you ever done a brisket on your pellet smoker?
I've never done one on my pellet smoker. I've done one on my old propane wood chunk smoker.
Yeah. Well, turns out even when it's like what the temperature get down to that night?
Probably mid 40s.
No, wasn't it like 39, 40?
Oh, well,
like low 40s.
Yeah.
I put that temperature on. I started that smoke at like 3:30, 3:45, 2:45, 2:50, somewhere in there.
Mm-hmm.
And I put that brisket on at 1 a.m. And by 6:45 a.m., that son of a bitch had ate that whole hopper full, and the lid of the smoker was cold to the touch.
You started to smoke at 2:45 p.m.
Negative. 1 a.m.
Oh, you said 2:45. I thought you meant in the afternoon.
No, sir, that was the temperature.
Oh.
Yeah, the temperature is what I set it at.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
2:45. That makes sense.
Yeah. So then I started that temperature around in there per
recipe,
per my father-in-law's
Mm-hmm.
instruction.
He makes an excellent brisket.
Yeah.
We had some a long time ago.
Amazing.
We haven't in a while.
Yeah. Well, mine wasn't even close to it. But anyway, I used the premium Texas blend hardwood pellets, and that, I don't know, the smoker just ate the shit out of them. Anyway, got up. The meat temp was still in the safe range, so then I just fired the smoker back up as quick as I could. And then before I knew it, it had shot the brisket temp to like 170. So I never even really got to wrap it. And then before I knew it, it was already 203. And I mean, the point was pretty good.
Yeah.
But the flat, you might as well chewed on your boot tongue. I mean, it was rough. It was tough deal there. But anyway, first time ever. That's the first time I've ever done one. And it was a big one, 16-pounder.
That's a big one.
And I've wasted $80 on dumber shit.
Hell
Yeah, I actually, the first one I did, I was in law school, and the guy was like, "Hey, I'm gonna pay you to do a butt and a brisket. I've got people coming over." And I was like, "Well, I've never done a brisket." And he goes, "That's okay. It'll be all right."
That's what Maxie said.
Yeah, you just
like, at least you're not making it for somebody, because I've screwed one up for somebody before.
Yeah, and so I've never sat there and watched a thermometer like I had before, just to make sure. Pretty nerve-wracking.
Well,
but,
yeah.
So yeah, I've been doing a little night mowing. Zoe had her first dance competition, which I think that's more for my wife than it is my daughter. I think my wife is vicariously living through my daughter on that, which makes it tough for me for a little bit, because I want her to be in sports, not gymnastics and dance. But I'll support whatever she wants to do.
Yeah, it's whatever.
So the boys and I got to hang out a little bit on Sunday, just some guy time. And as you can imagine, what guy time with a soon to be 4-year-old in June and a 15-month-old is like.
Titty ball.
Yeah, it's a blast.
Hookers and blow, baby.
Hookers and blow. Monday baseball. Tuesday we played baseball in the rain this week.
Oh, I know. We did too. That sucked, huh?
I had an umbrella.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
And I kind of hosed the warden. Did you see that? Did you see that move?
You made her carry all the stuff back to the vehicle.
So
while you
we
sitting
were
in it?
on. So we have to split duty.
Yeah.
Max had a 6 o'clock game, and Evelyn had a 6 o'clock game.
Uh-huh.
So we were hanging in right field of the boys'
In
field
the middle.
and left field of the girls' field. That little pavement walking path
Yeah.
in between two games.
Yeah.
That Shenandoah song, they met in the middle.
Yeah. So we split up and we sat in our lawn chairs right there so we could watch both games simultaneously.
Uh-huh.
The warden it was our turn for concessions on the girls' softball side. She said, I'm going to work first half and you come get me at second half. And I said, honey, there is no halftime in baseball. She said, well, like, just whenever you think they're almost halfway, just come swap me out. And I was like, okay. So, I mean, I sat there till probably third inning or so of Max's game, and I was like, yeah, I've seen enough. You know what I mean? So then I was just like, I'll go ahead and swap her out.
Yeah.
I walk over to the girls' concession, get in there, start helping and shit, and it wasn't no more than 5 minutes after we made the switch, and boy, oh boy, did the old floodgates open up. It started pissing and pouring, and she's standing out there with no umbrella or nothing, just watching the ball game, just taking it.
It was cold.
It was a cold rain, that's for sure.
We got, I didn't even know we were supposed to get rain, which usually I'm pretty locked in on that kind of stuff. And so I needed a base umpire, and I texted a guy and I was like, hey, are you available? He goes, yeah, I just became available. And I was like, what do you mean? He goes, well, I was supposed to be up at Springs Valley for a game, for a JV game. And they canceled. And I was like, what the hell did they cancel for? He's like, you not
A bunch
like,
of weenies.
you not look at the radar? And I was like, no. And I was like, well, we're going to try to make a go of it. So we played in the rain, and mound finally got to the point where it couldn't just take anymore. So we had a couple good days of practice. Did get an opportunity today to play a little hooky at work and get 9 in there at the old Valley Links.
Oh, I'm ready for some golf.
Me too.
Swing wasn't swing wasn't
I need
bad.
to get my driver shaft extended, or put it. I need to get a driver with a longer shaft.
I would like to get a decent set of clubs. I don't think it'll help me, but I've still got that.
No,
to
it
hang
ain't going to
on.
help.
I
you.
still got it to hang on to.
It ain't going to help you.
You say that.
I'm
help to a
swinging.
certain extent.
I'm swinging persimmons.
David needs a. That's not true.
Yes, it is.
I would love a hickory stick.
No.
Clubs.
No. They're all metal. The brand is persimmon.
David, he needs a whole bag full of hybrids.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
that's what we need to switch to.
Yeah.
Hybrids.
Well,
And-
we need
and
to
then-
talk to our friends at the Huntingburg Country Club, and we come out and do a show on the porch. And
Yeah, that was a lot of
get
fun.
you guys something there. We can talk to our buddy Teddy Hoops.
You
about
do
it.
not have a persimmon club like the original persimmon.
No.
They are wooden.
Pardon me. Pro-simmon. Pro-simmon. It's like a whole set for like $12 type of thing.
Yeah,
It's a little more than that.
that's okay. We can get you hooked up. I know people.
That's what I need to do. I need to know a guy.
I know people that have shit tons of golf clubs hanging in their corners and
Yeah,
stuff.
if I bet somebody's got
Yours
like
used to be hanging in the garage, but they're not anymore. Your golf clubs.
they're leaned against the wall now.
Did you hear about that?
God, I do pretty good on my DIY stuff most of the time, but
Turns out the drywall anchors weren't heavy enough.
Ooh,
I was in the studs.
Oh boy!
I think William got
Probably
in
trying to
there.
do a pull up on there.
Well, he's trying to get golf clubs out of there, and I think he's just hanging on it.
yeah.
Little shitbag.
Yeah. So I'm ready to play golf too.
Hell yeah.
I don't know. Pretty wild here. I think we're all busy and just overwhelmed.
The
overwhelmed
government's
with
got me down, and
Hey, we're looking at the clock. It's been about 25 minutes.
Dave, why is it? I mean, I don't know.
it's just supposed to be so much opportunity and I've done good. I've come farther than the lot I was probably supposed to have.
Yeah.
But I feel like there's an imaginary wall that a fella just can't get past. unless you know somebody or blow somebody, and I'm not going to do either one. You know what I mean?
Well, you can know them,
But I don't.
but yeah.
Like I'm past that. I'm too old now.
But you don't have to-
That's probably the bigger thing. Like
Okay.
knocking on 40 here, you know, and I thought 50 was over the hill, but I've recently found out 40's over the hill, so my fat ass is on the way down. You know what I mean? Just
Yeah. I don't think that. But
past the chance of new opportunities.
you think?
Oh, probably.
At what point does a man of like a white man, when does that? When do you become unhireable?
Well, I'd say
'Cause I think I'm
black
probably
man,
way-
most of the men are probably unhired. Well, I don't know. We hire. It depends on the job.
I'm pretty
Hell,
sure.
I'd hire a 70-year-old to be a Walmart greeter because nobody's intimidated by an old guy. You might think he's a crotchety old bastard, but you're not going to think he's going to mug you.
I'm probably way more unhireable than you are.
Oh no, you're in at least 3 protected classes.
I don't know what that means.
Maybe classes is the wrong word.
No, protected class is usually how it goes.
So you're obese and you're getting on to the older age to where you can be a victim of age discrimination. You can be a victim of weight discrimination. So you got 2 going on for you there. And I would say, I mean, you put on a little bit of nail polish and you've got the hat trick.
I think he just pointed you out. You could be
A
a
nice look,
trans man.
a nice looking woman.
No, I'm just saying, you don't even have to be a nice looking woman.
Hey, that fur above your lip might be a little bit difficult there.
I guarantee. You know, guys, this just got brought up again the other day.
Okay, go ahead.
Mustache?
No,
Oh,
my hair.
what about it?
I'm growing it out.
Ooh.
What are you gonna do with it?
Nothing. I don't know. I actually hung out in the barbershop yesterday for probably an hour while I was waiting on Eleanor to get done with religion. And then he's like, "You getting your hair cut?" And I was like, "No, I'm probably just gonna hang out." And he's like, "No shit." And I was like, "Yeah." I thought about it, but I just f it. I'm just not gonna do it. You know, it's not bothering me. It's not hot enough yet. You know. And then that got brought up. Angie Garrett, old Gare Bear,
Toys Auto Parts were the best part is you.
and the proud owner of the carpool,
Yeah.
car wash there. Head up to the carpool. They're nice car wash there in Huntingburg, Indiana. But he had never heard the story of the classic mix-up of the photo in our kitchen in our old house. Have you ever heard this story?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, this is kind of incriminating on myself, but at this point, whatever. Who gives a shit?
It's all content.
It's
now.
good content. So we were having a slight get together, family, and maybe a few friends or something like that. And then we lived at 508 East 5th Street, Huntingburg, Indiana. So that was right in the middle of the block there, real big ass Bedford stone
You lived
home.
at 308 East Hendrick Street in Brazil.
I'll be damned there. Yeah, I'll be darned. But this house, it was huge, and we had
Little garage though.
small garage there. Yeah, we
Oil in the window.
yeah, and then curtains stunk real bad.
Stanky curtain.
Haunted as shit too. Man, that place was haunted.
Got them old stank drapes.
Yeah,
Ooh.
stank drapes. Anyway, we had I had grown my hair out for did you catch that?
Yeah, that was
An inward burp. That was weird.
Kind of like your whistles.
Yeah. I grew my hair out to donate for
Oh, the L'Oreal.
Pantene
Close.
Yeah.
because my grandmother had passed away from cancer. So then me and my brother decided we were going to grow our hair out. So I had
That's why you had long hair?
yeah.
I didn't know you grew it out with the sole intention
Of just to
donating.
donate it, yeah. So I had like bitchin' long hair, man. It was cool.
Yeah, I remember. You showed me pictures.
Yeah, beautiful hair. Like I've kind of got some like pretty good looking bitch hair when it gets really long.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that.
And there was one of this photo in this particular pose where I am kind of like meeting in the middle, like the Lady in the Tramp pose, you know, where like we're just giving a nice little
Peck.
This is like a nice little smooch, you know. And
Oh, I've seen that picture.
Justine's grandma on her dad's side, God bless her, she was, meandering around, checking things out like she does.
Yeah.
I don't think she listens, so I'm not going to hurt her feelings or anything by saying this, but what's that? What's this? What's that? That she's one of those grandmas. Oh, now what's this? Or what's that? And she looks up at this photo and she says, now who's this heavyset woman kissing Justine in this picture? And I kind of looked around and I was like, what the hell is she talking about? And then I looked and she said, this photo here. Now who's this heavyset woman kissing Justine?
Who's this heifer kissing your wife?
Yeah, who's this heavyset woman kissing Justine? I said, that's me.
Oh, that one. I think I know the picture you're talking about.
That's
You got pretty
me.
long hair.
Yeah, that's me, blank, like her name, and everybody started laughing. And I've told that story before, and it's usually a pretty good crowd pleaser.
I like it.
Everybody gets a pretty good kick out of that. But yeah, I have like really, really
Jenna ran the straightener through my hair there
Justine
a couple
straightened
months ago. And
yeah,
it's,
and I several photos of that when that was going on.
yeah, I got some Britney Spears hair.
I have really good hair. Justine used to like flip it out. Like what, remember when they girls used to do that and shit? Like we'd get
Fly
all
away.
real drunk and do my hair and
I
shit.
tell you what Jenna hates, and I love it, and I think it looks good, but she is not a fan.
When you get that
Turbo Chuck down there,
Oh, yeah.
his old lady, and also friend of the show, Anna and Brian. Anna, she's done it for me.
Yeah, the
But
cornrows.
you get the two cornrows going in. I think I rock that pretty well.
We had a
Jenna
regular
does
old.
not.
We
Yeah,
had a
whole
regular.
braiding ass.
We
party
had a
there.
whole regular old braiding ass party out here. She was braiding hair like crazy. Anna is she's a softball mom, so she's real good at them real tight braids, and she don't put up no shit.
No,
I mean, like eyes watering.
Yeah, like keep your damn neck straight, boy, if you're going to get your hair done, and like Max did it and Weston did it and like Dave, it was tough spot. But.
Well, that's great. You guys all set out. And
that was a good time. I think I need to go
Held
into
hands and watch each other get their hair braided.
that.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what?
So
Whatever, man.
bald guy
I'm
at the
comfortable
table.
enough, bald guy.
That's the
over
bald
here.
guy.
How do you feel about braiding a beard with beads?
Not a chance.
Wild.
I want to get some beard beads. You know what I mean? Because I thought David Allan Coe had a real long beard.
He did.
It's just a string of beads, and he just loops it and ties it on to a short beard.
I'm a damn.
Yeah. So
Kind
I
of
feel like
He's a
me-
nasty looking
beard
son of a
extension.
bitch.
I know, and he's a real piece of shit as far as human beings go.
Is that right?
Yeah, he had some real suggested, like he's just not a good dude.
No,
But you
he had
listen to
some
him talk
really,
about
really
terrible
songs. Yes.
But you listen to him like in his life in prison. I think he was treated pretty bad as a kid. Not saying that justifies being a piece of shit, but I think it explains being a piece of shit.
Yeah.
But he's a hell of a songwriter,
Yeah.
hell of a singer. And I just always thought me and David Allan Coe, like for a long time, I was like,
Do you
I don't know, maybe
honestly
I'm named after.
do you is that shh, I might be having a small stroke here. Just bear with me.
Am I named after David Allan Coe?
Yeah.
No.
It's not your namesake.
No, my dad had a buddy named David Allen something.
Yeah.
And now I'm David Allen Smoke.
My middle name is David.
Yeah, I know.
And I'm named after my dad's best buddy,
Yep, that's who I'm
who's
named after.
David.
I wonder if it makes me a pretentious asshole that I named Wyatt's middle name after my middle name. Like
Wyatt Allen.
Yeah, we just got the same middle name.
Justine's. So my youngest daughter,
Mm-hmm.
her middle name is Jane,
Mm-hmm.
but it's spelled Jayne
Mm-hmm.
because my father's name is Jay and her father's name is Jay. Her sister Olivia, her middle name is Jane, spelled the same way. Evelyn has the same middle name as the warden,
Okay.
which is Marie.
Mm-hmm.
But then we spun it off by like saying that it was Marie or Mary because my grandma's
Mhm.
name was Mary. And then Maxwell's middle name is Joseph, which is the same as Justine's grandpa, blank Joseph.
All the boys' middle names are somebody in the family.
Yeah.
Weston, he's Leroy. Weston Leroy after my grandpa. And
No way. His middle name's Leroy.
yeah.
I wish so. Now, if Eleanor would have been, now, do you ever think about this? Do you ever think about like if your kids? So, did you know the sex of your children, each one?
Zoe, we did not.
Okay, Eleanor, we did not.
I was never 100% sure, but I was always pretty close to which time it was they were conceived. Yeah.
They were conceived.
You said which sex for gender.
You're an idiot. You're an idiot. What they always say, if you got to do it doggy style because you can blow the balls off of them, they're guaranteed to have a girl. Is that right? That's not true. I don't know why I said that, but I've heard that before. But
I
anyway,
was going to say the one son that you have was part of a tandem act
it was
there.
a tandem. I got super swimmers, Bubba. Potent mojo. Anyway, that actually has nothing to do with the male. What I'm trying to get at here
Carry
is,
on.
did you have your names predetermined?
Yes.
Okay.
Yo, Wyatt would have been Whitley Rose.
Oh, bullshit.
Oh,
That was gonna be if it was a girl, he would have been Whitley Rose,
Whitley?
Whitley.
like Keith Whitley.
Yeah, I know. Like Keith
Jitto's going to allow you to do that? That surprises me.
Whitley Rose.
We had
Yeah,
Look at you
so
blushing.
our boy name was Ryan James,
Yeah.
which is what Ryan is, because we just
called it.
Why recreate the wheel? We'll just use it on the second one. Which Ryan,
You picked Ryan after that Cubs guy.
yeah, I mean I think we always liked it. See, Corey,
When I hear Ryan, I think about like watermelon Ryan.
Well, there's a D in there.
Yeah. I know.
That's what she said.
What about
he's
now,
on a whole nother level.
what about
So
that's
I haven't drank on
it's-
the show in a minute.
it's not Ryan.
no,
It's
Ryan.
Ryan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's Ryan.
Rhino.
Yeah, Rhino is what everybody, because like when we go to daycare, like Matt Bagelin's little
Mhm.
twins, Brooks and Carter,
Yeah.
they're all like Rhino.
I think Brooks is swinging a golf club, by the way.
Is he?
I think so.
I'm not surprised there.
Yeah. That'll be cool.
Um,
Prodigy.
But they so with Zoe, we had another girl's name picked out. Janelle had always wanted Alexis. And then I don't know what she had.
Tough spot. I had a cat named Alexis one time.
Yeah.
Weird name for a cat.
How you figure?
No, it's just like a people name.
Yeah.
It's like naming your dog like Daryl.
I think the next one we get will be
Daryl?
no,
The next kid?
dog.
Oh,
So we
God damn, boy.
we
You
had
know, you got to watch it. You don't name the dog something you might name a kid, because Wyatt would have been Doc if when Jenna met me, my dog's name wasn't Doc. So I ended up going with Wyatt, like Wyatt Earp.
wait, you were really gonna name Wyatt Doc?
Yeah.
No, you weren't. There's not a woman alive that would allow you to name a child Doc.
Is there a Doc smoker here?
I'd never heard that, but I'm glad that.
Yeah, because
Doc
just wait till
Smoker?
somebody. You mean Dick Smoker? That's what his name is on my telephone.
that poor bastard calls his Vanguard company in time. Yes, friend Dick Smoker.
Yes, yeah. So Eleanor's name, if she was a boy, would have been Benjamin
My uncle's middle name is Richard.
Dick Smoker.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Old Dick Smoker. I just
Eleanor's
assume we
name would
didn't
have
go
been
by Dick Smoker.
Benjamin Leo,
though. Benjamin Leo.
because my grandfather Marvin, his middle name was Leo.
We so like Rhett Mateus is the name that is very interesting.
Mateus.
That's his middle name.
Mateus.
Now down
So-
here, don't they say it Mott Eyes?
Well,
No, I mean yes and no,
yes
but
and no.
I mean they're spelled the same, right?
no,
No.
It's Matthias or
Mod-
Modize.
Okay.
Mateus is the German variety of Matthew.
Rock me Amadeus.
So here's
ever
how
heard
we.
that song?
So we couldn't pick a middle name for Rhett. We liked Rhett. We liked staying with the R's because I'm one of 3 C's. So why not have 2 R's? So we picked. So my aunt, who's been gone, she passed away a couple years.
You know, they say there's a sucker in every family.
Yeah.
Wonder which one's a sea sucker.
I knew that was coming. I was wondering how he was going to try to come up with the sea sucker deal. Yeah. Figured that
I
was
just
gonna be-
enjoy getting interrupted. So I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
So he was, it doesn't matter. Monty turned 7 this past week.
Really?
Yeah, old Monty dog's 7.
7 years old.
49.
In dog
Yeah,
years.
he turned 7. That was Saturday. He was.
Did you give him a birthday gift?
I gave him an extra cup of food, but don't tell Janelle
Oh, no.
because we've been keeping him on.
I have
Oh,
no
yeah.
idea how old my dogs are.
Well, the way you talked to him tonight, I don't think they're going to make it another year.
Dixie-
What did he say? Something about chaining them up in the highway?
Mhm.
Yeah, something like that.
That little Dixie girl, she snuck in the house. She knew she wasn't supposed to, and then she ran downstairs because, like, Dixie, and I wasn't even pissed yet. I was like, Dixie, come on outside, and she ran away from me. She does that. She ran away from me. And then she went all the way to the basement, so I had to take my fat ass all the way to the basement. And then she was hiding under a pillow. So I was walking over. I was like, she says, that's where she normally goes. And then she bolted from me like a cat and hid under the bed. And that's when it happened. Like, for my fat ass to have to crawl around on the ground. Like, I'm a big guy, and that bed ain't
wonder
that
what are the-
tall.
What was you trying to get her out for?
Because
She'll
the
piss
boys
in
were
the
going
house.
to bed. I have no idea when Jenna and the older son's getting home from
Okay.
baseball, and
Yeah.
I didn't want her. Jenna was off today, and it's pretty obvious she did some cleaning in the house. So there was like so you got the trash can, and if she's like on a cleaning mission, she'll start a secondary trash bag that is not in the trash can for the boys to take out when they get home.
Mm-hmm.
No idea what's in there. Could be paper and cardboard.
But it could have been food.
Right. And then Dixie will 1,000%, even if you're watching, get in that.
Go into that.
So I just
Oh,
didn't want her
boy.
in there could have been 10 minutes, could have been 2 hours, because that one game went like 11 innings. Anyway, so here I am in the basement. You're already here.
Mm-hmm.
Couch guy had been here and left, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, he went to McDonald's.
And I'm on the basement floor.
Dick.
I got one kid cursing me for my strict rules, and I am crawling under this bed, army crawling. And when you try to army crawl, when you got this much front,
I'm really
capacity,
surprised that door is still hanging by the.
I was so pissed off.
And you're a big anti-door slam guy.
I know, but I was that dog about got it. I don't know. Oh Christ! There was a whole lot of things going on.
I pulled
in a
up
very short amount of time.
I pulled up and Wild Bill was tossing.
Pulling weeds?
Yeah.
Is that what that is out there?
He was supposed to be in the house like 10 minutes before that.
I went
and
out there to
couldn't find
pee
him.
a while ago and it looked like somebody got on a weed pulling rampage.
I
Or a bunch of them laying out there in the
I
driveway.
pulled in. I don't see Wild Bill, and then I just see this weed come flying through the air and land in the driveway, and I was like,
He's
"Ah."
a good kid.
He's a good
they're
boy.
He
He's a
good
good boy.
boy.
I was just
Hey,
yeah.
Casey,
Yeah, but
let's
take a quick break.
yeah, let's
it's
do that.
pause for the calls.
Hey, Wonders. You've heard Mace talking about it for a few weeks now, but we wanted to be sure you got it. Talking about Courage for Courtney. Our friend Courtney Drew has been diagnosed with cancer and needs our support. To help ease the financial burden of treatment and everything else, some awesome folks are hosting a fundraiser on July 13th from 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. at Venue 1408 in Huntingburg. It'll be an awesome evening with live music, dinner, dancing, a silent auction, and a bake sale. It's going to be a fun night for everybody involved, but most importantly, it'll be helping a great family get through a really tough time. Can't make it? Well, don't forget there's an online store. Look below for the link or scan the QR code that you see on your screen right now. Now, these are pre-orders, so you can order at any time, but the orders will be sent off to production in batches. You'll be given information on your batch and pickup options when you order. Let's rally together and show the power of community.
Alrighty.
There we go.
Hey,
There
before
we
we
do it.
finish up with the Dear Dutchman and Brado's
Hell
three
yeah.
big things,
Hell yeah.
we have one more ad
Read
for
the.
people.
Mm.
A real conversation, probably recently had. Can you believe Susie is graduating this month? Well, no, I sure can't. But I can believe that I'm calling Catering by Meyer to handle the menu for her graduation party. Don't be that graduation party that everyone talks about, and not in a good way. They're booking up now and filling quick. Don't let Susie down. Plan the menu with the help of the experts at Catering by Meyer.
All right.
That was cute.
It was cute.
Nice.
Hey, we are back. Unfortunately, if you watched last week's episode, you know that our buddy Brado was here to read these live and in person. Unfortunately, he's not. He's got to go run another marathon to get back. Lounge.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We were thinking about maybe doing a little zoomy zoom, but he's way bad. He was bitching so much. Even though he's a marathon runner, he's kind of a Nancy Pants. He was bitching about being real tired the next day. And all that stuff,
I get it.
You know?
This podcast life ain't for everybody.
Yeah,
but hey, it is time for Brado's 3 Big Things, brought to you by our friends at Dave.
Merkley and Son.
There we go.
Welcome to Brado's 3 Big Things for the week, sponsored by Merkley & Sons, the ultimate destination for meat enthusiasts. The Merkley's ad has been heating up. Just at the end of April, they had smoked wieners, seasoned patties, fresh pork tenderloin, and the flavored brats on sale. Stop in and see the fellas today. Tell them the Dutchman sent you.
All right.
Here we go. First one up. Jason Kelsey says he lost his Super Bowl ring. Of all places,
What an
Kelsey's
idiot.
Super Bowl ring went missing in a pool filled with chili. Say what? By the way, the article says it was Skyline chili. I love me some Skyline.
Gross.
I like Skyline.
That shit is overrated.
I mean, I wouldn't like put it on the pedestal.
I
of
was
things.
talking to a gentleman the other day down at the ball field when the girls had that opening day extravaganza and they had all the food trucks down there, and there was one of them down there that was selling hot dogs, and they were chili dogs.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Man, I wish I'd have known they had that damn hot dog truck down here. I'd kill for a chili dog, especially if it was that Skyline stuff." And I thought, man, you are dumber than a hammer. Like that
I
stuff
make a pretty good coney dog sauce.
God, I love a Coney
I mean,
dog.
Coney dog is
You
totally
put onions on there?
yes.
Well, like
Oh,
when
no, don't tell
when
No,
you-
like on top. Like
Yeah,
yeah, I thought you meant like in the
No,
like when
oh
you-
yeah, you put onions, cheese.
onions. Yeah,
Hey,
I
by
love
the
it how
way,
you say
ketchup?
onion. That's
you know
so
what?
loud.
No, you because
Yeah.
Kendall
Whoa,
McHugh
whoa, whoa,
now.
whoa! Did she say it too?
No,
No, she's catching it, isn't she?
She goes. It's how you say sandwich. You say sandwich, and it's sandwich.
You say sandwich.
Sandwich.
got that German in
Sandwich.
there.
Yeah, you do say that word
don't.
differently too.
I don't want to hear.
I don't like Skyline because of the allspice that's in it.
Can
You
be a
know,
little
I
heavy
never had a Skyline chili. I don't think I've ever had anything chili unless it was just. I've never gone to a restaurant seeking out chili.
We
It's a staple. Cincinnati,
when we went to
Lawrenceburg, up in
People that
area.
live on the state line of Ohio and Indiana have a real hate relationship with Ohio. So that's probably why I never had anything to do with it.
should the SAT still matter after all these years? Criticism as dog standardized test for years. Why some colleges are reinstating the SAT requirements for admissions after suspending them during COVID-19. I wonder which Dutchman scored the highest on their SATs.
Never took the SAT.
I was going to say it was going to be Dave.
Really? You
Yeah.
never took it?
Took the ACT.
ACT.
Oh, what about the ASFLAB?
ASFAB?
I might have taken. So the whole reason I went to college,
ASVAB.
ASFAB.
I wasn't supposed to go to college. I had an apprenticeship worked out
Mhm.
at a local tool making shop. And in 2003, economy kind of shit for the automotive, and they're like, "Sorry, the funding's gone." So it was like beginning a second semester of my senior year, and I'm like, "Well, shit."
The bed.
Mom was like, "Well, you can go to college, you can get a job, but you're not living here."
Oh.
Oh,
So I went to
interesting.
college.
Yeah. At Vincennes University.
yeah, I would say
I took the SATs at South Spencer High School, I think. Where'd you take it? Yeah, he don't remember. He
Yeah.
probably didn't
His-
take it. He's a big
his
ass,
brains are
ass
fried.
fab guy. I took it at South Spencer. A bunch of us drove down there together, and
we did. I
we
think
did
I-
it. And
I
I
think
don't.
took it at Heritage Hills.
What is
I took my whatevers at Indiana University East in Richmond, Indiana.
what's a good SAT score?
Well, if they,
I think
they did.
800 is perfect on the English and the
No.
math. So 1600.
Yeah, 1600 is.
Well, it's 800 each, I believe.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think I scored a 1060.
Oh, nice.
That's not good though. right?
Well,
I'd say it's probably average.
you could have got perfect on one of them.
The year before our senior year, they changed it from 13 to 1600 because Will got 1300 and I scored just over him because I took it a year.
Oh yeah, we had this screaming smart Asian kid in our class that was like 12 years old
Yeah.
when we were seniors. You remember him?
Yep.
Yeah. You know where he's at now? Side note, for any of those listeners out here that listens, he's the actual professor at MIT. No shitter.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
cool.
he lives in Massachusetts.
He'll never have the life experiences we have.
No.
No, I actually had read an article.
Shots fired.
I had. Well, I mean, just how you define success. Like, if you want to be that person,
Yeah,
knock
right. I
yourself
mean,
out.
not me. I don't.
yeah,
No.
it's not my cup of tea.
I get to mow grass for 6 hours every week.
Yeah,
I
lucky
love it
you.
at home.
So the SAT, I had just read an article. So a lot of the SATs and the standardized test, people went away from because of the DEI initiatives. And
What is it?
DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion. And so they did away with them because they said, they're racist. And I think there was, yes, that's why a lot of these did away with them.
You're racist if you take the,
No, that these standardized tests are racist because they
Cater to
they don't provide the opportunity. I don't know what it is. They don't provide the same opportunity because there's this underlying assumption that if you're a minority, you're going to fail the SATs. I don't know.
wow.
I would have failed the SATs. I was a terrible student.
Well, you
in school.
put your name on it, you get points.
Yeah.
So anyways, I forget what university released it was one of the Ivy Leagues that they released an article that said that we're bringing it back because we've actually realized that we're not getting quality students that are able to stay enrolled
Yeah.
because people are failing out.
Probably less diverse.
And then actually, yes, it had the exact opposite impact because if you were, let's say that you were a minority, but you scored a perfect score on your SAT,
Yeah, there's a lot of
it's
smart.
going to attract people. They're going to be attracted.
Yeah,
They're
and
going to
there's
say,
scholarships at that point in time.
well, yeah, and they're going to say, wow, you
More
really, you
opportunities.
did really well on your SATs. You
Yeah.
should come to,
There's
and
a,
you weren't doing it.
it's a wild, I mean, we'll talk about that some other time.
Just something
It's
the
not a-
government
it's not a
invented to
topic
keep us
for
all
our show.
separated.
Indian teenager becomes youngest challenger for world chess title. The 17-year-old chess prodigy has an opportunity to dethrone the reigning world champion from China later this year. Any of the Dutchmen know how to play chess? Humble brag here, I was 5th grade chess champ back in the day. If not, what is the Dutchman's favorite board game to play?
I 1,000% do not know how to play chess because I didn't go to
Huntingburg Elementary School.
Who-
Maple Park.
Maple Park, who was taught by
Stu Townsend.
Stu Townsend. There you go. Mr. Townsend. Mr. Townsend made you, I mean, didn't make you, but no, he did make you, right? Like
Yeah.
you played chess at school.
Yeah.
We did not in
Yeah.
Holland. And
I
all
was-
these kids now, like Maxwell was in chess club. Like Max played chess and like he had an opportunity to go to a chess tournament with Holland Elementary, but it just didn't work because of schedule conflict. But it's coming back, I think, you know what I mean, as
Yeah.
far as that goes. But no, I 100% do not have no clue how to play chess.
So, favorite board game? That was the second part of the question.
Oh, favorite board game? I don't know, Monopoly.
I do-
Scrabble. Shoots and ladders. I don't know.
I was going to say, Scrabble really a board game? I
It's
guess
totally
it
a
is.
board game.
It's as much as chess. I wouldn't call chess a board game. I mean, it's a game on a board, but you think board game, there's dice.
Rolling dice and fake money and stuff.
So I know how to play chess. I don't play chess well. I kind of wish that I did. I often, that's probably one of my most reoccurring app installs is chess because I feel like there's some good development of strategy in it, but I've
Yeah.
never played enough to learn it. But favorite board game would be, it would have been Monopoly until a year ago, but Jenna brought this game home called Ticket to Ride, and all the kids can play it. And it's
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Funny, Brad O'Haney, I'm a fellow 5th grade chess champ.
Shocker.
oh, sounds like I hear a challenge.
No.
Oh, Couch Guy's a 5th grade chess champ?
I guarantee you, as nerdy as that son of a bitch is, he's probably
He's probably hoarding pawns in
Yeah.
his old prison wallet.
Yeah, like next level chess guru.
So, anyways, I was in Stu Townsend's class. I appreciated that we learned how to play chess. Haven't played since probably, but it would be cool to
Maybe
have.
we should have a game go on the next episode. Just not like an intense game, but like, every time there's a moment and you're not talking to somebody else, it's just, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What is that? The
Well,
click?
we wouldn't do the clock, but
Yeah,
there's like
when
a
you
play
when you play like officially, there is like you get so much time. So then, like for instance, Dave would hit the time.
and
My
that
clock
starts
would
his.
start running. His would stop. When I go, I hit mine. His runs, and then it speeds up the game. So you don't sit there and
Ponder for
get forever.
eons.
Yeah. Favorite board game? Kind of. We've played Monopoly a lot in the Lindemann household just during the holidays and stuff. But we also played a game called Sequence that we kind of played this year with.
Is there like
Zoe
a little kind
and-
of round? No, that's not it. Never mind.
What's that?
Sorry, I was trying to think of what game that is. I got to Google it. You go ahead.
Is it Candyland?
No. Sequence. There's a game that had like little. God, they're not marbles. Like little. No.
You talking about Sorry?
I think I'm thinking of Parcheesi.
Parcheesi.
God bless. Darjeeling?
No.
Sipping on Darjeeling. What's that?
That's
It's a
gin
tea.
and juice.
Yeah, Sequence looks pretty tough. A lot of squares and things. Okay.
Anyway, this
Anyway.
is not great content.
Yeah, this
We're all
is
good.
terrible content.
Yeah.
We're on our phones here.
So here we go. Brado, thank you. Thank you to our friends at Merkley and Sons. It is now time for a Dear Dutchman, but it actually is also time for People's Wonder.
Oh, good.
And today's People's Wonder is kind of more of a deep dive question into the consciousness that we have. And I'm scrolling to find it. So here's a People's Wonder. To what degree have you been able to control the course that your life has taken?
God. Who sent that?
The internet did.
Yeah.
And I'll repeat that. To what degree have you been able to control the course that your life has taken? You could probably give a percentage answer and then maybe an explanation of it.
I could just go back through things like decisions that I've made that probably contribute to the way things are now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like, I don't know, whenever I mustered up enough sack to talk to the warden for the first time. And then,
Yeah, that was a big W.
yeah, huge W. You know what I mean? Goddamn.
It's worked out for you.
Yeah. And then, like, so that was like a whole, basically from my junior year and senior year of high school. And then, the rest was history. But then, like, I don't know, deciding to get married and having kids and everything like that. But like, I never knew that I guess I didn't have anything to do with having twins. I mean, that was pretty wild. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, those are only things like in my current life, but like as a child, I don't know. No idea.
Well, your parents set so much. I think that, we can talk. I talk about it when it comes back.
Yeah. What about you, Dave?
Read the question one more time. I just want to be
To
sure I
what
don't get off.
degree have you been able to control the course that your life has taken?
Probably as much as humanly possible. I think. Like the path, the me that I was before college. Just a whole different person, like a whole other personality, very much a victim type person. Like,
I just find that amazing when you say that. Like when he says that, I almost don't believe it. Like I trust that it's there.
there's a collage of photos in here that's college people that knew me like when I first got to college, and those people, like 3 or 4. Well, one of them's passed now. 2 of them.
Was one of them the big guy?
No, he went to college, but he was actually after college.
Oh.
But those folks knew me beforehand, and I started hanging out with them, and like I was like, oh man, this is weird. These people are like confident, and it was just weird. Like it was new to me.
Yeah.
So then that started, and I got this job offer by just kind of applying myself at school, and then that like was a little bit of confidence. There's a whole lot of stuff when I was there, like trying to figure out how to be a manager of people, and I didn't know how to manage myself. But then you get back to introspective. Like that's a huge deal. You got to be able to see your faults and know that you really don't matter in the scheme of things.
Yeah.
All you can do is figure out the game and play it. Or you can just be upset with it and blame somebody else, and then your whole life's miserable.
Yeah.
So I don't know when it was exactly. Looking back, I can think of impactful moments where like I can tell that I made a conscientious decision, whether I knew it at the time or not, that like steered me a little bit off the path I was on and into another one. Still made like mistakes everywhere. Like I am a poster guy for up.
Yeah.
But if you learn from them, it's never a bad thing.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I'd like to think if I got anything that would ever went for me, it's learning from mistakes. But I think you can control what's going on. Like if you learn from it, well, that didn't work. So let's not do that again. And then you try something else. And then
Let's
you
not do
adjust.
that again.
And you make that comment all the time in the coaching thing. Make an adjustment. That applies everywhere.
Yeah.
I didn't know that's what I was doing, but I think that's a good analogy of everything that's happened. Like, oh, this feels like a shit place to be. Make an adjustment.
Yeah. I would say that probably, I don't know. I've had a lot of things where I've probably had 2 plans. I'm always a 2-plan guy. It's just, I've always been that way. Always have multiple strategies, multiple exit strategies. Like it's just been that kind of thing. Like if one thing doesn't work, I'm not going to get hung up on it. Really try not to dwell on things because it doesn't do any good.
Right.
And there's an expression about, a rocking chair is good for sitting, but it ain't getting you anywhere. And it's just that kind of action of, what's going on when you sit in a rocking chair. It's great to sit in, but you're not getting anything accomplished. So I would say that throughout the course of things with like high school, realistically, probably nothing major happened. Like I was happy with nothing forced me to the University of Evansville. I liked the University of Evansville. Things there at UE, like I didn't take school very seriously when I was down there. Probably kept me out of studying what I thought I wanted to do at the time. And then the girl I was dating at the time was like, oh, you ought to go to law school. And I was like, oh, yeah, that's a great idea. And so I was like, I ran with it. And then didn't take the LSAT serious because why would you when you're a 22-year-old senior in college? You think you got the world by their balls.
It's balls.
Mm-hmm. And then, so I end up at Cooley and like it's waitlisted at a bunch of places. It's where I got accepted. Applications at the time were up 300% because it was 2010 when I graduated from Evansville. So 08 was still, people were going to law school in droves. And now you look at it like admissions are down. Like with my numbers, I could have gone a lot of different places. So victim of circumstance there, but I made the best of West Michigan. Like I loved it. And then, everything just happened chance with Janelle. And then, probably the biggest things that have been out of my control that probably bother me the most is, mom's passing. Like that's something completely out of control. And it took me to where I was like, hey, I have a great practice on my own. I'm in town. I'm doing exactly what I wanted to do when I went to law school. I'm just going to up and close it. And I think like, and I think but I think that's part of it where something happened and then I took charge next. Mm-hmm. And I think, to your adjustment point. So I'd say I've controlled a lot of it pretty well. But I've also always had a plan for a plan for a plan. Might not be good plans, but, never dwell on things that happen. So
Sure.
All right.
I don't know. But hey, thank you for joining us today. Thank you for letting us invade the space of your ear holes and your eye holes and.
That's the only spaces we're invading.
Yeah, that's the only spaces. We appreciate it. If you got a Dear Dutchman or a People's Wonder, send them to us. We'll get them on the air. The old coffers are bare right now. We had a run of them, and then we get through them, and then we got to have another run of them. So, anyways, not to be the bearer of bad news, but our time has come to an end here on whenever you're listening to this. It comes out on a Friday. So, if you're listening to us on Friday, I hope you had a great Friday. If it's Sunday and it's your Monday, like they say in the resort business, hate that for you. When yeah, it's my Friday. Oh, yeah, it's my Monday. That's why you don't talk to anybody that works at a business 24/7, 365.
That's right.
You learn that right away. So, hey, one more lap around the table brought to you by Hopf Outdoor Power.
The Last Pass is proudly brought to you by our friends at Hopf Outdoor Power. Big Mace has a Cub Cadet. Esquire has a Kubota Zero Turn. And Smoke has a Kubota B-Series tractor. You could say we're big fans of what Hopf Outdoor Power has to offer. It's time to mow responsibly and upgrade your rig. Want to mow quick, save some time, get a Zero Turn. Need something a little more than a lawn tractor? Check out their Kubota compact tractors today. No time like the present for an upgrade.
All right, big fella.
So try to stay positive, man. I've been looking at this stuff for like the Courage for Courtney stuff and like reading some of the things that she's got going on, and it's nutty, man. And the big slogan that's on the back of her shirt is pretty wild. It's so true, but it says, "Don't let the bad days win." And I think we can take that into everyday life, as opposed to, not necessarily just specifically to what she's dealing with, but like I bitched about being in a funk and having a bad case of the fats and my legs hurting and all this shit. It's like, well, me having that attitude, is obviously letting it win. You know what I mean? It's everything that I can do. I mean, I can, going back to the Dear Dutchman, I can control that. You know what I mean? Quit eating. You know what I mean? Quit eating so damn much. Quit drinking so much beer. Quit,
God, beer's so good.
I know it is. Nectar of the gods, Jesus. But anyway, I could control a lot of those things, and I can try to not let them win. And I don't do a very good job with it. But anyway, peace, love, and positivity, like I always say. Follow the QR code. Get the QR code. I will post it on my Facebook page. Go to, Courage for Courtney. Courage for Courtney Rust.itemorder.com. Check it out. It says here that the first phase will end May 3rd, and we will open it again at a later date. So when you're listening to this comes out on
Friday the 2nd.
Yeah.
Third.
So
Friday
yeah.
the 3rd.
Get your orders in again, today. If you get on there and every dollar that goes to this will help them in ways that you will not understand unless you've been through this shit before. So they're going to need it. But other than that, that's all I got, man.
Smoke Dragon.
I had me a think earlier this week. Nowhere near as heartfelt and important as what you're talking about. So I feel a little silly saying it now, but it's what I got, so I'm going to run with it. But it's all about perspective.
Yeah.
So I was talking to I wasn't talking to anybody. I was watching a show, and then I think my phone heard the show because it was the vegans and not vegans. And then I see this TikTok of this guy that's a vegan making some compelling arguments about science-wise, herbivores, and omnivores, and meat eaters. And it's like, oh man, that's wild. The phone's listening. But then I got thinking about one of his points was the way that...
Was this a book signing involving Steven Ranella?
No, I've heard that too.
Okay.
This was just some guy talking,
Okay.
and he was like, oh, well, our teeth are flat and this and that and the other. And I'm like, oh, okay. And our jaws move side to side for grinding, not tearing. Okay, well, I mean, I can see that that's maybe a thing. But what's got me thinking, it's crazy, like dogs, canines are like absolutely meat eaters. And I feel like most of the red-blooded meat eaters in the world, to hell with a vegan, are probably feeding their dog dry dog food.
Mm-hmm.
which is like artificial meat.
Yeah.
And I don't know why that struck me as funny.
Uh-huh.
But I was like,
Just
man,
a
you got all
perspective
these
thing.
like die-hard, you vegan.
Right.
My food eats your food.
Right.
And then like you got this dog that could bite somebody's face off and you're feeding it Alpo. Like, and then get pissed when it tries to steal a chicken leg off the table. And I don't know. It's just, there's no point to this story. It's been
No, I
weighing
get
on
it's
me
funny.
all week.
Hey, that's all right,
And
man.
that's what I had. That was my
Casey, what you got, big gal?
You know, I a friend of the program, his mother passed this week.
Mhm.
Battled breast cancer for like 9 years.
Mm-hmm.
And you hate to hear it. So our condolences out on that. We win some battles, we lose some battles, but we continue to do what we do and support and fight as much as we can. Just acknowledging kind of the thoughts of putting things in perspective of how long of a battle. I mean, think about that. Like your youngest, my oldest, is 6. Like she battled it a long time. I mean, a heart of a warrior.
Mm-hmm.
We talk about Monty turning 7, and just thinking about how simplistic that dog's life is. Ear scratched outside, scratch ass a little bit,
Loving it.
just enjoying life. And in these times where we get super busy is where we lose that perspective. I think that's the theme here.
Yeah.
We lose that perspective when we get busy, because we all say, busy with sports, busy with work, busy with everything. But hopefully we'll get to a point where we slow down here soon.
Yeah.
And it'll be all right. And we got some big things on the horizon. We got some stuff to do with Uncle Todd.
Mm-hmm.
We've got some barbecue competition. We got to talk to our boys overboard.
That's right.
We got some more people that we got in the hopper that we want to interview and talk
That's right.
to. Our buddy Curdy G.
Full
we need
schedule.
to bring him back.
Full schedule.
We got a lot to do. But what we got to do now
Let's go home.
Go to bed.
is go home and go to bed. But we're going to have some glizzies before that because I'm starving.
Dutchman out.